Hey Companion T-Rex fans, Todd Kerber here. Today's subject, ABS, Anti-Lock Braking System. Check out this new apparel from Campagna. You may remember my last video, a clip in it. It's the reason why we're doing this video.
If you noticed, my ABS light is on. A little warranty item we're trying to figure out. I'll save that for another video. It should not be on when I'm driving straight down the road.
Here's what your owner's manual says about it. There are 3 different pages. Pause on each page if you want to read it. ABS came out in 2023, and this is a 2024 year. Takeaways from the owner's manual. Remember, it's ABS, automatic braking system. It only is used when you're braking. Pretty much hard braking. On a conventional without ABS, if you slam on the brakes and you start sliding, you have to let off on the pedal. With an anti-lock braking system, it evens out the braking and does it for you. So you want to keep pressure on the brake hard, on a hard brake. And if it starts to slide any wheel, you'll feel pulsating. It's releasing ever so slightly each wheel, and hopefully keep stability. If you change to aftermarket tires, that could also affect this system. And the way it's supposed to work is when you turn the ignition key on, the ABS light stays on. Once you start moving a little bit, up to, I think it was 6 miles per hour, the ABS light should go off. Obviously, I've got some sort of error on mine. I am during the warranty period, so we're trying to figure that out, and we're going to get into that. If your ABS light is on and your ABS system is not functioning, the regular brake hydraulics will function. It's only if your red brake light comes on, you might be low in fluid and then have an issue stopping. Check your front wheel lug nuts. Use 11/16 socket. Torque to 90 foot-pounds. You don't want your wheel wobbling around. Make sure all the lug nuts are tight. Lift your wheels up off the ground in front. Make sure you use a rag. Don't scratch your frame. Spin the wheel. Make sure it spins freely and doesn't move around. Do this on both front wheels. I'm just going to show you one side. Do the same thing on the other. This is a good way to do it. Put your finger in here, just start spinning that baby. Make sure everything is nice and smooth. Next, inspect the teeth right here. These are the teeth that your ABS sensor reads. Just look at all those as it moves around. Make sure you don't have any tooth damage. Using 1/4 inch Allen, tighten up these bolts all the way around the tooth wheel using this setup. I am finding with a little bit of force I can snug it a little more. They are turning to tighten them up. We're going to check the ABS sensor for damage. That's this black wire that runs around. Follow it to the sensor, right back down in there. I like this setup to get after it with a short extension. It's a 3/16 Allen. Here's what the sensor looks like out. It doesn't look like there's any damage to it. Clean the sensor and the teeth wheel with rubbing alcohol. Sensor is clean. Now get a spot where you can do the teeth, turn the wheel, and clean all the teeth on this side. Reinstall the sensor, snug the Allen bolt. ABS sensor reinstalled. If you did find a damaged sensor, remove it like I did. Undo the zip ties with the wire here. Follow it basically through there. And here it is underneath, right up there. Just unattach it, plug in the new one, and reinstall. Let's start on a rear wheel. Remove side bag, check it up. Don't scratch your frame. Also mentioned in my last video, one of the clips. The rear wheel does not spin freely. I did put some lithium grease down on the bearings on both sides, and I did check the emergency brake. There is play, about a 1/2 inch movement in there, so that's not grabbing. And I think what I'm going to try to do is loosen up that axle bolt nut right there and see if I can get this thing to spin, because it is really hard. It takes about 15 to 20 pounds to spin this wheel. That very well could be the error that I'm getting with the ABS sensor. The other thought I had, if the brake pad is rubbing excessively, which I'm getting, I've cleaned the vehicle, so there's no brake dust on here now. But short rides, it's heavy metallic brake dust all over my rear wheel. That very well could be on the sensor and affecting it. The rear ABS sensor is located right here. Straighten out and remove cotter pin. I do not like cotter pins. They're a pain in the ass. I will be replacing with a hairpin. Your axle nut size is 28 millimeter. I usually use this and a breaker bar to do it, but as you can see, muffler is in the way. One more reason, future upgrade will be doing a Brock's single side shorty exhaust, getting rid of all these cans, heavy brackets here, and the little muffler will stick out right here. I intend to do black, round, nothing flashy, more hidden. Use a big crescent wrench, adjustable, and loosen the rear axle nut. Axle nut rear is loose, and it definitely freed up the rear wheel. It is spinning a little bit, as you can see now. Instead of 15 to 20 pounds of pressure for me to spin that wheel, it might be down to 5 to 10. So when I tighten that nut back up, I'm gonna make it snug and not crank it down to the recommended 60 pounds, foot-pounds that's shown in the owner's manual. I just don't want this wheel grabbing like it was, robbing me of all that horsepower and creating all that brake dust. Note the washers on the right rear. You've got a washer out on the outside here. You've got this spacer right here. And then you've got another spacer next to the bearing inside. On the left side, hard to see, but down there you've basically got another spacer and then your washer on the outside. If you ever take apart and remove the back wheel, you need to make sure you put it back exactly like you found it. Otherwise, this brake caliper will be in the wrong spot and you'll get damage back here. While it's loose, I'm going to add a little more lithium grease to each side next to the bearing where the movement is on the wheel. Lithium grease added to both sides. Go ahead, use your crescent wrench, snug up the nut. Axle bolt snugged up. Here's what a hairpin looks like. Stick it right in here in place of the cotter pin. Push it down. So much easier to install and remove each time. Rear wheel did tighten up again when I snugged it down, but again, I did not crank it to 60 foot-pounds, and it is loosened up a little bit. I'll continue to work on that to try to free it up future. Here are your teeth that the ABS sensor monitors. So just check all of those and make sure that you don't have any damage to those teeth. Clean the teeth with alcohol. Move ABS sensor rear using 3/16 Allen. I like this setup to get to it. I did have to take the extension off once I started to remove the bolts. The extension interfered with the muffler. Here's what the ABS sensor looks like rear. It doesn't look like it's damaged in any way. So let's use that alcohol, clean it up, and reinstall it. Snug the ABS Allen bolts back up. If you found damage to the ABS sensor, follow the wire, runs up along this and runs inside here just behind this sticker right here. If I can get my hand out of the way and show you, if you can see that, that's where it connects. Just undo all the zip ties, replace it, and then put the zip ties back. If you've got an issue beyond the ABS sensor connection, not much that the user or owner can do. That would be a computer issue. So I'm going to do a bolt check on the brake rotor, on the ABS tooth ring, and down here on the brake caliper. Size is 13 millimeter on your brake rotor. 13 millimeter on your caliper too. Nothing loose so far. I am snugging just slightly more than from the factory. 17 millimeter is your size on the ABS tooth ring. ABS sensors are also the sensors for your traction control. But unlike the traction control that you can turn off, you cannot turn off the ABS system. Remove jack, put on the side bag. Let's go for a test drive. Let's start her up. ABS light is on like it's supposed to. See if it goes off when I start to speed up. And there it's already off. I'm going to test anti-lock braking system. It's been raining recently, so the ground is a little wet. I'm going to try it in my driveway, see if I can get enough speed up, and see if I can activate the pulsing in the pedal. Not fast enough yet. I did it. Start a little slide, that pulsing in the pedal. ABS system is working as it should. And no light on. If you like this video, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and share. Thanks for watching. You, subscribe. Watch all my videos. Follow us on Facebook, local page. Call Duran Burnside Trek Site and buy a T-Rex.